Good morning, everyone. Mm, just a minute. Okay, you can write one question. I think yesterday we were discussing about action research objectives. We discussed steps. Steps also. Action research is essentially spiral process or recursive process. It continuously goes on exploring and exploiting something new. And also discuss full consensus and agreement on action research is about improving the immediate classroom problems, but there is high dispute among the scholars on the steps or processes of carrying out action research. There is not such a hard and fast model of action research, so teacher friendly model or flexible model we can adapt in teaching and learning process. This power plan act observe reflect we wrote. यसलाई कसरी मिलाउन सकिन्छ भने जस्तै एउटा क्वेसन जुन माविको मोडल क्वेसनमा छ है जस्तै just you could write describe the various steps DESCRI describe the various steps describe the various steps of action research of action research. Describe the action research in the context of language teaching, in the context context of language teaching, in the context of language teaching, and describe one of the issue. And DESCRI describe the one of the issues. Describe one of the issues that can be resourced. RESEARC research applying this sort of research design this sort of research design in the context of in the context of in the context of English language teaching in Nepal. This is the model question developed by Teacher Service Commission. 4 plus 6 is equal to 10. Okay. Okay. Now let's see this question. Your question कसरी हेर्ने भन्ने कुराहरु हेरौं है त. And then we start answer frame FRAME framework. Just we start with short or brief introduction, brief introduction of action research. and action research. Research is SEA. Action research is one useful tool to improve teaching and learning. यो भनेर यहाँ कुरा गरिन्छ. Then we go to the steps, various steps of action research. We discuss. Then we discuss issues. Mention some of the issues of action research. Yes. This the next research applying this issue that can be researched and describing one of the issues. One of the issues we mention, and then concluding sentence. So concluding sentence. This यति कुरा लेख्छु हामी यसमा है त. So यहाँ मैले लेख्नु पर्छ, लेखौं अथवा तपाई गर्नुहुन्छ? What is your opinion? Should I write or you will do it? Kamal Giri should write. Okay. Now let's do like this. Action research. What action research is teacher conducted classroom research. The yes. It is self-reflective inquiry. Self-reflective inquiry on the teaching and learning behavior. The primary goal of action research in language teaching is research in language teaching is to improve existing situation rather than to prove some theory or anything else. Okay. The primary goal of action research in language teaching is to improve existing situation rather than to prove some theory or anything else. Action research, if carried out in a daily basis and systematic way, helps to improve professional behavior of teacher and students, and facilitates is students' learning process. Now this is introduction part. Now second part we go various steps of action research. There is consensus on uh, action research. There is consensus on action research is about to bring the improvement in the EXIS existing situation. But we see high dispute in the case of steps to be carried out in course of to be carried out in course of um, teaching and learning process. However, we adopt teacher friendly friendly model of action research. We don't try to adopt university format of action research. RESC, RESC research. Okay, and simply we can follow the following steps. Bullet now. First one is identify the issue or problems. Here BLM problems. Identify the issues and problems related to teaching and learning. First is what identification. Second one is plan the actions to be used, to be applied to improve the problematic problematic situation. Third, act or implement. Implement the plan in the real classroom teaching. And then observe the teaching behavior and students learning. Reflect the overall process of teaching, overall process of students behaviors, students behaviors, reflect the overall process of reflect the overall process reflect the overall process. Reflect reflect the overall process. Reflect the overall process. Reflect the overall process. Then initiate initiate another planning if a situation is not satisfactory. Now these are the steps. Okay? Just we can mention. Simply we follow the following steps while carrying out action research. So identify the issues or problem related to teaching and learning. Then plan the actions to be applied, to be carried out, to improve the problematic situation. Implement the plan or action. Implement the plans or actions in the real classroom teaching. Observe the teaching behavior and students learning to reflect the overall process. Initiate another replanning process if situation is not satisfactory. So it is in this sense, this is what spiral process, recursive process. Now third point. Third point is what? Mention some of the issues. Now, the possible issues that can be used is the topic, areas of action research can be of the following types. They are, again you go to the blade. Now most of the grade 6 students are not, most of the students are not taking part in speaking class. This is what one issue. Most of the grade 6 students are not taking part in speaking class. Then major students repeat the same writing errors. The students repeat the same writing errors. This is another what? Issue. Students many students in reading class do not want to read the text. Okay, and these are few to mention. I know. Most of the grade 6 students are not taking part in speaking class. The students repeat the same writing errors. Many students in reading class do not want to read the text. So यहाँ के बुझ्न पर्यो भने यो नलेख्नु होला, यो नोट मात्रै हो है बुझाइको लागि. So any issue to be called a suitable suitable topic for action research. Any issue to be called a suitable topic for action research should have the following characteristics. Which are characteristics. Characteristics कस्तो हुनुपर्छ भने CHRACTRIS characteristics. Like problem is what? Problem is being created due to teachers teachers delivery problem. Teacher को कारणले गर्दाखेरि भएकोलाई मात्र action research गर्ने हो एउटा कुरा चाहिँ. If problem is with the students, we don't carry out action research. We do the case study. So problem is being created due to teachers delivery problem, one thing. And majority of the students should have problem. If minority have, then that is not action research. STUDENTS. So teacher सँग problem, teacher को कारणले गर्दा problem raise हुनुपर्छ. अर्को majority of the students they should have problem. If minority students they have problems that might not be the topic for or issue for the action research. त्यही भएर यहाँ लेख्दाखेरि पनि most of the class students धेरै चाहिँ देखाउनु पर्यो कि यहाँ चाहिँ. And this is what due to the teachers teaching behavior, most of the grade 6 students are not taking part in my speaking class. 50 जना छ भने 45 जनाले नै उले भनौं न, and 45 students are not active in speaking class. Only 4-5 students are active in speaking. भनेको 4-5 students not due to the teacher, but they themselves by their inherent interest or inherent talent, they might be taking part, not due to the teachers. Teaching भनेको त facilitating, helping students to do better, to do better and to learn. Support गर्ने. तर 45 students are not doing well, then what is this? This is what they are not taking part. And teachers' teaching style or teaching way is not good or effective. So teacher has to reflect and ask question, make inquiry himself or herself, why my students are not taking part in speaking class. So this is the thing you have to understand. कुनै पनि समस्या हुँदामा एक्सन रिसर्च गरिहाल्ने भन्ने होइन. Okay, so you have to understand this. Now I remove this because this answer form. And next अब अर्को पार्टमा जाउँ. So describe one of the issues we mentioned, हैन. अब यसमा चाहिँ के गर्नु पर्यो भने from the above mentioned issues, I want to select एउटा select गरौँ है त. I want to select the issue. I want to select the issue speaking problem, PROBLEM, speaking problem. For this, describe the question mark. Describe the one of the issues that can be researched applying यो प्रयोग गरेर भनेछ research design in the context of law. Then we write what for this in this issue majority of the students are not taking part in speaking class. For this, I will follow the following steps of action research to solve the problem. Then right here, step identification of the problem. Identification problem, speaking problem, speaking PROBLEM problem of the majority the students, speaking problems of STUDENTS. Then what plan? In order to solve this problem, I have to make short I have to make short, plan uh, to in order to solve this problem. I have to make short plan, uh, including some new strategies to use in my class, in my speaking class, such as using a variety of pictures, cartoons, I know, a variety of pictures, cartoons, videos. के के युज गर्न सकिन्छ स्पिकिङ क्लासमा. Okay, games, language games. These are the strategies now. The teacher, wants to use to improve the situation. So identification of the problem we did, then planning what we do. Simply, we have selected some strategies to use in the speaking class, like pictures, then act according to my plan. I will intervene. A new strategies, new activities or strategies, one after another, like one after another. First, I will try pictures. I'll try to use a variety of pictures. Will draw will draw students' attention. Yes, you will draw attention, and they will be motivated in speaking. Okay, then what? Acting pachi, observe. Observe. I at the same time of using pictures, I will also observe my students behavior, like are they active in speaking? I will also observe my students' behaviors, like are they active in speaking? Then 5 is what? Reflection. Reflect. I will reflect to see the effect of pictures. Effects of picture. Effects of pictures to motivate students in speaking class. Okay, if they are doing, or if they are taking, or if they are doing better than previous activity, this is okay. Otherwise I will go in next activity. Next activity, I will use language games. I'll use language games. In this way, any issues related to any issues are related to language teaching and learning. In this way, any issues related to um, uh, related to language teaching and learning can be tried to improve using or applying the research action research uh, action research action research action research um, action research law. Okay, so this is the sample answer. यति चाहिँ sample answer मा आयो हैन. Now concluding remarks लेखिदिउँ. Action research is one powerful tool to improve the problematic situation of teaching and learning behavior, particularly PARTICULARL. Particularly, we conduct this kind of research if the problem is in a teacher's delivery, rather than in TYPI's typical case of particular students. Now, in this way, we can conclude. BEHA. So this is the sample answer. Okay, in this way, you have also some experiences, and you just mix your experience ideas here and prepare one sample answer of this question. So action research is important. Again, I am repeating this either for secondary or for lower secondary. This question may ask, this is related with the teaching and learning process, and every teacher is action researcher. Action research is research we conduct in the classroom situation in the process of teaching and learning. So the primary goal is what to improve teachers teaching behavior and facilitate students learning process. So because of this kind of relevancy of this research in teaching and learning process, I have given high importance for this research. So any kind of question, any kind of problems you have, you can share here. I'll try my best to give my ideas about your question. Okay, अब यसरी जाँदा ठिकै हुन्छ होला जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई यो क्वेशनको. So I want to check your chat box. Sorry, if my students become absent in class daily, can we carry out actions or not? So Deepa Kafle, you have written your students are absent in your daily class. Now, how many students are absent? Only in your class or in school? This is the another case. School may absent one. This is not only problem related to you. If they become absent in your English class, then there will be question again. Again, there will be question, how many students are absent? Majority of the students absent, then because of you. If minority, some students, 2-3 students are absent, that might be typical case related to them. So you have to identify the situation. Okay. Let me to see the conclusions. Conclusion I have written. Yes, a few students. If minority students, few students have this kind of problem, only in your period or overall, they become absent in school, then that will be case study, because that is the problem which they display or they show is typical case, not related with this other students. This is particularly related to them. So this is what case we carry out case study. Okay. In this way we can do. So In this way, any issues related to language teaching and learning can be tried to improve using or applying action research. सेकेन्ड्रीलाई चाहिँ डिजाइन भनेको छ, लोवर सेकेन्ड्रीलाई चाहिँ one tool for teacher professional development होइन. सो मे आक्स रिसर्च डिजाइन भन्न सक्छ सेकेन्ड्रीको केसमा चाहिँ. ओके, नाउ यसरी नै यो सबैको तपाईहरुले बनाउँदै जानु होला हैन. यो मोडल क्वेशन आन्सरहरु प्र्याक्टिस गर्नुस्, बुकहरु हेर्नुस्, चट्ट एउटा चाहिँ अन्डरस्ट्यान्डिङ पिक्चर डेभलप गर्नुस् अबाउट इंग्लिश ल्याङ्ग्वेज टिचिङ हैन. लाइक यु नो दिस डिस्क्राइब द भेरियस स्टेप्स अफ एक्सन रिसर्च इन द कन्टेक्स्ट अफ यो भइहाल्यो हैन. नम्बर 2 वी डिड, and number 3 also related to teacher professional development. 3 पनि टिपिडी सँगै रिलेटेड छ. Self development of teachers is necessary for effective classroom teaching. As a teacher, what plan and strategy do you adapt for your professional development? And these 3 error correction of students' errors are has been emphasized by some language pedagogies, while others have the opinion that other corrections of errors can disturb students. You यसको पनि एउटा sample answer बनाइदिएको छु मैले. Like you know, just a minute. Yes. This is about question number 3. Correction of students' language errors has been emphasized by some pedagogies, while others have the opinion that overcorrection of errors can disturb students' fluency in writing. Show your understanding of this dilemma and justify your opinions over this issue. This is just sample. You have also idea about error correction techniques, what is error, and why do we need to correct error. This kind of idea you have, but here this is just sample answer. You know, when you write, I think this will cover 2 pages or 2.5 pages. Error is noticeable deviation from the adult grammar of native speakers, reflecting the interlanguage system of the learners. It is the result of miscalculation or faulty judgments made by the learners. It is a well-known fact that human learning fundamentally follows trial and error process. There are different language learning theories which guide teaching and learning process. They also have particular opinion about regarding the treatment of errors committed by the learners. It is the behavioristic learning theory that treats errors as the bad symptoms of learning. Therefore, pedagogies based on behavioristic learning theory claims students' writing errors should be corrected soon after they are seen in their writing. If errors are allowed to repeat, they will turn into habit. As a result, students learn wrong patterns in writing. This kind of claim behavioristic learning theory or pedagogies based on behavioristic learning theory, and they say like this. On the other hand, language pedagogies based on mentalism treat errors as natural symptoms of learning. Learners can commit errors in using mechanics, agreement, articles, preposition, sentence formation, etc. If direct and immediate correction is done, it may disturb the flow of information, creative and critical thinking in the process of generating ideas. Many opportunities and contexts should be created for the self-realization of those errors. Students later receive the correct form of those wrong patterns from their peer, teacher, and other adult speakers of target language. So no need to correct mentalism part. Now, from the above mentioned viewpoints over correcting writing errors, it can be said that both perspectives seem to be logical, relevant, but none of them is free from their limitation. This means there is no such perfect pedagogy which provides final solution in correcting writing errors without disturbing free flow of writing students' ideas. We can adapt different techniques borrowed from different learning theories. Sometimes providing immediate feedback solves better. At other times, creating context and providing opportunities to self-realize in correcting their errors could also be more effective and sustainable in learning. So in this way, this is just in a sample. I have mentioned, please you read this and try from your side also. Okay. In this way, you try. You maybe दुईटाको try गर्नु होला. आफ्नो एउटा answer बनाएर राख्नु होला. Then may ask some questions from this list also. Now today we discuss the remaining part of teacher professional development, and this is what LMO box with राखिदिन्छु. यो extra भयो हैन. This is just a sample question answer. You can do. Okay. Now let's go ahead. Problems or reasons why teachers they do not carry out action research. Here we discussed writing report. Yesterday we discussed simply some key points should be mentioned when we write report, like this, like problems or issue which we focus to carry out action research, that we have to mention, and steps, what steps were taken, we have to mention, and what discoveries were made, what was the finding or were the findings, and then lesson learned, then conclusion, final thought, opening, we mention. So this is simple format of writing report. Context we mention, and not like university thesis or proposal. Simple, few points, just pointing out, and these are the good points, or these are the things I did. Then discoveries I made, such things, and beneficial to teachers as well as learners, to lubricate the whole teaching learning process. If there is any next steps, actions necessary, we mention. Otherwise, we don't mention. This conclusion, final thought, or our opinion we mention here. This is the format. Now, this is the last topic of Unit 4. When we finish this, Chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we finish. Now remaining 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we do. Okay. No. Here, Preeti has written, should we keep action research in box? This is the additional, activity. So I kept in box because this is sample, question answer we did just to highlight. No need to keep inside the box. So in this way, we can do. Now here, let's discuss about opportunities to enhance continuous professional development. Okay. Here, what we have to understand is, yes, not 4, 5 also finished. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 we did. And this is our overview of English curriculum of grade 6, 7, 8. I will send this sample question answer. Today, we finish this Unit 4. Then whole note of this Unit 4, I will send to the administration, and you will get it. Okay, thank you. Now, यसमा चाहिँ के बुझ्न पर्यो भन्ने नि, opportunities to enhance continuous professional development. What we have to understand is, दिमागमा के राखौं भने, teaching and learning process is always what incomplete. हैन, incomplete. Okay, tentative हो. जहिले पनि हाम्रो पढाइ भनेको teaching behavior becomes what incomplete, not perfect and final and abstract. So we don't know that which particular method, approach, theory, technique will be perfectly implementable to help learners to learn. We don't know. So there are many approaches, many theories, many methods, many techniques, many texts, many tasks, many activities we can use in the classroom. So we cannot be sure that, or we cannot make sure that particular theory, particular approach, particular method, particular technique, particular text, particular task, particular activity, particular exercise works better in particular situation. We are not sure because because every classroom is diverse. Every classroom is multiple, heterogeneous, and complexity is there. The students, they have different expectations from the classroom, and they have different expectations. They have different learning experiences, different biographies. They are from different linguistic background, different cultural background, socioeconomic backgrounds. So addressing such diversity is of course challenging. So because of this, teaching becomes tentative, and regular opportunities to update, upgrade, and enhance their professional knowledge is necessary. They were classroom setting ne kyo bhane, and like every English, because we are related to English class. Every English classroom is diverse in terms of students related factors, like linguistic background, like linguistic background, cultural background, cultural background, then socio-economic background, economic background, and back GROE background. Students, as the students come to their class, students come to their class with different learning expectations, different learning expectations. Okay, expectations. Every student has different expectation from the classroom, from the teacher. Then in terms of student, uh, in terms of students related factor and socioeconomic background. So students come to their class with different learning expectations, and with different biography. Now see here, GRAPH, yes, biographies. They have such so different learning expectations they have, different biographies they have. Then addressing um, to address this kind of multiplicity, this kind of multiplicity and complexity. To address this kind of multiplicity and complexity, no single no single theory, like behaviorism, mentalism, constructivism, social constructivism, and there are different approaches, and methods and techniques. So no single theory, approach, PPROS approach, a method, uh, technique, or activity, technique. No single theory, approach, method could address the reality. Um, Therefore, teaching becomes what? Teaching, teaching, becomes, teaching becomes tentative. अनुमानित हुन्छ क्या? Tentative and what? Incomplete. Teaching becomes tentative and incomplete. So exactly, perfectly, we cannot address the classroom reality. No, there is no such single theory, approach, method, technique, and activities which could address the reality of the classroom. Therefore, teaching becomes tentative and incomplete. Regular, regular, opportunities, regular opportunities, regular opportunities to enhance, to enhance, to enhance, update, update, and upgrade, and upgrade teachers, professional knowledge, skill, professional knowledge, skill, experience, behavior, experience, behavior. What is this? Regular opportunities to enhance, update, and upgrade teachers' profession, knowledge, skill, experience, behavior is what not only necessary and relevant, really be it relevant, but it is what mandatory. You compulsory or mandatory. This is what obligatory or compulsory. What you say? Compulsory. Okay. So this is mandatory, obligatory, compulsory, not only necessary and relevant. आवश्यक हो, सान्दर्भिक हो मात्र हैन कि यो के हो अनिवार्य नै हो. अनिवार्य they have to update, upgrade, enhance their professional knowledge, behavior, actions, because every time new and new concept will be emerging, cross-cutting issues will be there हैन. एकदमै अन्तर्विषयक मुद्दाहरू हुन सक्छ, नयाँ नयाँ चाहिँ इस्युहरू चाहिँ इमर्ज उदीयमान भइरहेको हुन्छ, विकास भइरहेको हुन्छ. अनि त्यस्तो त्यसको लागि चाहिँ सो निरन्तर पेशागत विकासको लागि अवसरहरू सिर्जना गरिराख्नुपर्छ. दिस इज द कन्टेक्स्ट. यो चाहिँ कन्टेक्स्ट हो, यो पृष्ठभूमि हो. अब यसमा बसेर जस्तो क्वेसन आए पनि गर्नुपर्छ. मेन कन्सेप्ट इज दिस. English classroom is what? Diverse in terms of what? Students' related factors like linguistic background, cultural background, and socio-economic background. And students come to their class, with different learning expectation. फरक एक्सपेक्टेसन हुन सक्छ विद्यार्थीको. कसैले भन्छ किताब पढ्न पाए हुन्छ भन्थ्यो होला, कसैले भन्छ होला किताब नपढेर खेल्न पाए हुन्छ भन्छ होला हैन, कसैले भन्छ होला हैन भिडियो हेर्न पाए हुन्थ्यो, हैन अडियो सुन्न पाए हुन्थ्यो, खेल्न पाए हुन्थ्यो भन्छ होला. Different kind of learning expectations they might have from the classroom or teacher, and different biographies also. Biographies means their experience, their information related to learning. They might have different biographies. To address this kind of multiplicity and complexity, no single theory, approach, method, technique could address the reality. सक्दैन. There are always this teaching भनेको के हुन्छ, tentative भइदिन्छ, incomplete भइदिन्छ. If this is the regular opportunities to enhance, update, and upgrade teachers' professional behavior, professional knowledge, skill, opportunities, necessary to update. This is not only the necessary and relevant. यो सान्दर्भिक छ, यो उपयोगी छ, यो आवश्यक छ मात्र हैन कि यो अनिवार्य छ. This is not mandatory, obligatory, compulsory, and have to do. We have to provide opportunity to update and upgrade, so teachers. So this is because of this reality. Teaching profession is domain of regular reading, researching, updating, so teaching profession is what? Reading, researching, learning, updating, and अध्यापति गर्दै जाने हो, upgrading, upgrade गर्दै जाने हो, teaching behavior that suits and fits to the real context. We never stop learning. कहिले पनि हाम्रो सिकाइ रोकिदैन. In teaching field, we can also say that every classroom is a research site or research area. We do small scale researches in the classroom to improve teaching and learning behavior. Behaviors. Now, from this, what there are many opportunities, opportunities. There are many opportunities. Every teacher can get to enhance their professional actions and behaviors. Professional actions and behaviors. Some of them are given below. Okay. In this way, we do like what are the different opportunities? What are the different opportunities? I know. What are the different OPP or TU and opportunities to enhance teacher professional development. What are this is the question. What are the different opportunities to enhance teacher professionalism? This is the question. Now the opportunities can be what? The opportunities OPPOR TUNIT opportunities can be like opportunity के हुन्छ like action research अब फेरि action research चाहिँ आउँछ action research then ESE RESE RCS action research case analysis or study case study पनि भन्छ case analysis पनि भन्छ हैन ALY case analysis or study. Then mentoring. Mentoring is another opportunity we provide to the teachers to enhance their professional development. Mentoring can be then self monitoring, self regulation, self 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 determination, so self-regulation, self-monitoring, self-determination, this can be one powerful tool to develop awareness, self-awareness about professional development. Again, there question self-aware, developing self-awareness. So related to what self-monitoring. Okay. Then action research we do, case study we do, mentoring we do, self-monitoring, self-regulation, self-determination we do. Then training we have. Regular training is necessary to regular training opportunities we have to provide to enhance their professional development. Training we organize different workshops, training workshop. We attend seminar also. We attend conference also. CON FERENC conference, professional conferences. So training workshops, seminar conferences. We attend, and then mentoring will be there, self-monitoring will be there, extra research case study we carry out. So meaning and that in the same way we can do team teaching or peer coaching, team teaching. Okay, we can do peer coaching. Okay, and peer observation we can do. So there are many ways we a teacher network, network, so teacher network, collaboration, communication we can do. So there are many opportunities we can use for the different opportunities to enhance teacher professional development. Chat box, learning portals, mentoring, what supervision? Yes, supervision also you can do. Supervision where yes, classroom observation, then supervision. Supervision we can do. These are many. There is not single activity or one particular activity which we use to enhance our professional development. There are many actions, many strategies at multi levels have to carry out to enhance professionalism. We should have a course area with the course. Reading journals, yes. Reading professional publications also. I will write that. Wait, just a minute. This is our curriculum, TSC curriculum. TSC curriculum, Unit 4. Yes. Unit 4, English Language Teacher Professional Development, defining teacher professional development and competency we did, skills of language games and motivation we did, constructing, designing and using materials in English language classroom, action research and writing reports, opportunities to enhance continuous professional development. This is, yes. So what can be the major issues of CPT? Okay, we'll talk about major issues. So what uh, should we have to elaborate each opportunity? Yes, how question is asked. Question कसरी सोध्छ भन्ने कुरा हो हैन. Describe any one of them भन्न सक्छ है. Like reading professional publications. We read many ebooks, articles, journals, articles, research reports, and these are what ebooks, books, articles, reports, news. We read and we update. So these are what, and these are different sources of updating professional knowledge, and writing, WRIT, writing, writing, professional articles, and publishing in personal blog, personal blog ma upload गर्ने blogs, every teacher can have their personal blogs, they can update personal blogs and portfolio, like portfolio they can have, just they regularly write professional articles and they publish in their personal blogs, portfolios, and in journals, in JOURN journals, etc. Okay. Then action research, case study, mentoring, self-monitoring, self-regulation, determination, training workshop, seminar, conference, team teaching, peer coaching, peer observation, teacher network, collaboration, communication, then classroom observation, supervision, reading professional publications like ebooks, articles, reports, news, and writing professional articles and publishing in personal blogs, portfolio in journals, etc. These are some ways. These are some ways. These are not again comprehensive list. You a comprehensive list होइन, final list not. There are many other actions, many other activities we can do to enhance our professional knowledge and behaviors. Okay, so context is what? Context के हो भने context चाहिँ यो context चाहिँ छोड्नु भएन हामीले. यो context भइसकेपछि to update, upgrade, enhance, strengthen, then make strong your professional knowledge, behavior, actions, attitude, ethics को लागि चाहिँ हामीले के गर्नुपर्छ. So many activities we carry out. So these are few to mention here, and like in this question, in this unit, यहाँ सुरुमा मैले क्वेशनहरु राख्दिएको थिएँ. Now यहाँ हेर्नुस् त, who do you think is a professional English teacher? Who do you think is a professional English teacher? Is every English teacher is professional? If yes, how? If no, why? Justify your answer with suitable examples. Then third question is what? What do you mean by teacher professional development? Explain any three suitable strategies. अब यहाँ explain any three भन्यो. अहिले तपाईले भन्नुभयो नि should you explain this भन्नुभयो नि. हो यस्तो क्वेशन सोधिन्छ. Explain any three, explain any one of them, explain any two, explain any four भन्न सक्छ. So you just talk about teacher professional development, what it is, we discussed. Teacher professional development is professional growth or teacher achieves as a result of gaining high level of experiences from formal and informal situation. Formal भन्दा एक paragraph आधी पेज गइहाल्छ त्यसले, हैन. This is about teacher profession. Then you mentioned some of the strategies like action research, case study, mentoring, coaching, गर्दै training, coaching, training, workshop, conference, seminar भन्दै जानुहुन्छ, हैन. Then from them, you have to explain any three. Tinta select garनुहुन्छ. Then you what explain for providing effective training manager. So you can do any three. So यस्तो क्वेसन any three, any two, any one भनेर सोध्न सक्छ हैन. So this is what this is the way of asking questions. यो युनिटबाट सोध्ने भनेकै अथवा यो टपिक भनौं न opportunities to enhance professional development. अझै यहाँ क्वेसन यसरी बनाइदिउ न त ल. यहाँ क्वेसन हैन what is the defining भन्ने नै छ हैन. What is teacher professional development? What is teacher professional development? Mention some of the useful strategies that an English teacher can do or apply भन्न सक्ला or apply to enhance his or her professional knowledge, knowledge. Also describe any three strategies. Also describe any three strategies and that are useful, for teacher professional. अथवा describe any three strategies. How could they be useful in enhancing enhancing or in creating any strategies? How could they be useful in enhancing teacher English teacher professional development? How could they? Question mark. This kind of question. So what is teacher professional development? Mention some of the useful strategies that an English teacher can apply to enhance his or her professional knowledge. Also describe any three strategies. How could they be useful in enhancing English teacher professional development, professional knowledge behavior? So this kind of question आउन सक्छ. Regular opportunity चाहियो. Training भनेको, so training is one teacher learning strategy. So this kind of training opportunities should be provided to the teachers regularly. Some training might be capacity development training, in-service training, certification training. Some training might be refresher training. So refresher training, capacity development training, in-service certification training. So different types of trainings are there. So trainings are necessary to provide regularly to the teachers to upgrade, to refresh their professional knowledge behavior. Then why don't we talk training, teacher training को कुरा गर्ने, workshop कार्यशालाहरुको कुरा गर्ने, सेमिनारको कुरा गर्ने, conference को कुराहरु गर्ने. So this kind of regular opportunity we have in Nepal, like NELTA, this English Language Teachers Association. We have this professional organization. Then this organization organizes national international conferences. So we English practitioners, English teachers, why don't we involve in such professional gatherings, meetings, sharing, then update and upgrade professional. यो कुराहरु चाहिँ हाम्रो आन्सरमा आउन पर्यो है. Note, strategies and opportunities are not same. Strategies are actions, what we do. Opportunities means this is what space we create. Space we create, platform we create, forum we create where they engage in action. So opportunities here refers to अवसर हो कि opportunity भनेको त OPPRTUNITI. Opportunities here space एउटा उनीहरुलाई ठाउँ क्रिएट गरिन्छ हैन, फोरमहरु क्रिएट गरिन्छ. देन प्लेटफर्महरु हामी क्रिएट गरिन्छ where where teachers engage and engage in their professional knowledge sharing. Professional knowledge KNW yearly knowledge sharing. Yes, are sharing or exchange. So this is what opportunity. Opportunities are not strategies. Opportunities means what? This is what space, forum, platform um, we we create where teachers engage in their professional knowledge sharing or actions. Strategies are what actions we do. Strategies, these are the what actions actually we do. We do what teachers they do. Teachers do. This is what is strategy. I know. So in this way, we understand. Key points is this. Question is this. Also describe any three strategies. भन्दा यसो भन्दाखेरि तपाईलाई के भयो भने एक्सन रिसर्च गरिसक्यौ. यो एक्सन रिसर्च धेरै ठाउँमा आइहाल्छ. So same concept we have to use is tool to enhance professional knowledge as well as tool to improve teaching and learning behavior. So here action research from two perspectives. One is what tool to improve pedagogical tool. So this is what pedagogical tool. Pedagogical tool to improve teaching and learning situation and professional development tool. Another is what professional development tool. So from two perspectives we can see this action research. One, to improve the teaching and learning condition situation in the classroom. When there is problem, any kind of problem teacher faces, immediately thinks about some other activities, strategy, uses to improve the existing situation. And another use of action research is what? This is one powerful tool of professional development. When teacher carries out action research in a regular basis, then what he or she or they go on updating, upgrading new knowledge and skills in their linguistic repertoire or their knowledge. Case study, I think you also होला नि तपाईहरुलाई नै case study कुनै तीनटा चाहिँ from the examination point of view कुनै तीनटा चाहिँ तयारी गरेर बस्नु पर्यो. So strategy and activity, here we can treat them synonymously. Yes, we can use them as synonymously. Yes, professionalism. This is related to knowledge, behavior, skills, experiences. The collective form of this knowledge, skills, behavior, experience is what professionalism. Such types of questions will be asked or not. Yes, may ask. So we should be ready. यही question सोध्छ भन्ने त भएन हैन. ओभरअल यति कन्सेप्ट जानेपछि यही भित्रबाट पढ्ने हो. No need to write scholars definition. So Richardson and Farrell said this. This is this. No need to mention the citation of scholars. Just you mention and try to adapt. Okay? Not adopt. We try to adapt. We try to make it best suit and fit in our context. So no need to write citation. And our strategy and activity, yes, synonymous you can treat. So Deepa has written what about the exams of study. So अलिक clear भएन यो अलिक मिलेर भन्नुस् त के भन्न खोजेको. What provisions should be made from government side in facilitating teachers' continuous professional development? So training is one regular opportunities teachers they get to upgrade their professional knowledge. This is major activity to enhance their professional knowledge. Training, different types of training we organize, like refresher, short-term training, and certification. This is long-term training, like 30 days training, short term 5 days training. Orientations are also there. Orientation of new areas, new content, new subject matter. Orientation. Then short term refresher type of training. Then long term certification training. These are some provisions from the government side implementing in the present situation. So can we write the same 10 points as you started? Not only same 10 points, you can write 11, 12 also, you can write 5, 6 also. It is not the limitation. 10 points. Question, for example, if question is asked, what mention some of the useful strategies that an English teacher can apply to enhance his or her professionalism. Not fixed and final. एटलिस्ट 4-5 चाहिँ लेख्नुहोस् हैन किनभने एटलिस्ट 3 एक्सप्लेन डिस्क्राइब भनेको छ 3टा गर्नु पर्यो सो 5-6 चाहिँ लेखिदिनुहोस् केस स्टडी भन्नुभएको छ केशरी खनाल म्याडमले देन देवेन्द्र 50% जति कोर्स सकिन लागिसकेछ कहिलेदेखि स्टार्ट भएको छ अब कहिलेदेखि स्टार्ट भएको छोड्दियौ अब कति पढ्ने भन्ने कुरामा ध्यान दिउँ कहिलेदेखि सुरु भयो हैन कि अब कतिसम्म पढ्ने प्रोफेसनल एथिक्स दिस प्रोफेसनल एथिक्स इन So professional ethics, this is in secondary level. You have to discuss. So यसमा चाहिँ ethical behavior, integrity, honesty का part we have to see. Accountability, teacher integrity, honesty. So what about our feedback class? Of course, we can have this. Case history, okay, case history I'll talk. Professional developments, of course, they are different, and to some extent they can overlap their meaning. CPT, continuous professional developments, regular updating, upgrading, and enhancing their professional knowledge, behavior. This is continuous professional. Nirantar gairahnu paryo ke. So continuous professional development does not is not like such activity which starts and ends in a formal training. Starts ends, सुरु हुन्छ अन्त्य हुन्छ 5 दिनको तालिम लियो सक्यो सुरु भयो सक्यो. This is not what continuous professional development. Continuous professional development means regularly updating, upgrading professional knowledge, engaging in different strategy like action research, regularly carrying out action research, regularly carrying out case study activities, then upgrading professional knowledge. त्यतापट्टि जानुपर्छ. Mentoring, you are asking. I am not muted. So त्यो अघिल्लो क्वेशनमा डिस्क्राइब भनेको छ you simply write in points पार्को डिस्क्राइब गर्ने. So there is description. Issue briefly described, then how do we deal that issue? त्यो इस्युलाई कसरी डिल गर्ने भन्ने पार्ट हो पावरमा. Where is confused? Sarda, I'm a bit confused. Sir. What is the confusion? Now, let me say about what this case study then. यो स्क्रिनमा कोर्ने तपाईहरुलाई कसरी सम्झाइदिनु होला. Yes. Now, case study, if you talk, case here refers to REF, FERS here. Case here refers to typical behavior, typical behavior, action, um, you know, typical behavior, action, um, behavior and action. Behavior and action. This is the case. Case refers to typical behavior of an action of an individual of an um, indi, individual um, person or of institution, can be institution, etc. Institution पनि हुन सक्छ हैन, like one school is performing exceptionally, that will be the case. Why that school has performed or in a such excellent way, why other schools are not performing. That excellent performance of particular school will be what case for the study. And particular student shows particular typical or unique behavior. Yeah, typical भनेको unique भनेर बुझौँ, UNIQ unique, different than others के अरूको भन्दा फरक छ के. So case here refers to typical or unique behavior of or action, unique behavior and action of an individual person, might be of institution, etc. Or phenomenon, 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 etc. And for that we carry out action research. Case study. Case study in relation to, with reference to or in line with, in reference to, in line with teaching and learning context, refers to intensive and detailed investigation or teacher makes, a teacher does, carries out or carries out to find out the possible factors that trigger or cause to happen such unique behavior. त्यो अनौठो बिहेभियर देखाउँछ कि बच्चाहरूले. अनौठो बिहेभियर भनेको, सो 2 or 3 students they do not come class regularly. किन आउँदैन? They do not do homework गर्दैन. Majority they do. Very few, 2-3 students, they have this kind of unique behavior. CAUSE cause. So they have such kind of typical behavior, unique behavior, different behavior than other students, other friends. अरू साथीहरुको भन्दा फरक बिहेभियर छ के. And that is what case. त्यो चाहिँ case हो for the teachers, हैन. टिचरलाई चाहिँ त्यो case हुन्छ. Now when we carry out case study, we investigate in depth. गहिराइमा गएर त्यसको इन्भेस्टिगेसन गरिन्छ, अनुसन्धान गरिन्छ, हैन. सो इन्टेन्सिभ एन्ड डिटेल, बृहत, हैन, एउटा गहिराइमा पुगेर विस्तृत खोज तलास गरिन्छ, इन्भेस्टिगेसन. Or teacher does or carries out to find out possible factors that trigger or cause to happen such unique behavior. किन त्यसो भयो भनेर खोजिन्छ. So different case study, action research भन्दा यो अलिक फरक छ case study. So different research tools we use. Research tool use गरिन्छ. Research tools like we can conduct interview. We can conduct interview. Observe natural setting where cases live and work. Natural setting मा गएर, घरमै गएर त्यही उनीहरुको चाहिँ बिहेभियर अध्ययन गर्ने, हैन, इन्टरभ्यु लिने, हैन, अब्जर्भेसन गर्ने, हैन. So this is what observe means, observation one tool, interview another tool, हैन. So questionnaire also we can use, questionnaire. Questionnaire also we can use. A list of checklist of questionnaire we provide to the case. Then case will what? case will fill up the form. So questionnaire we can use, observation we can do, interview we can have, and etc. Then interview with the parents also, interview with the peers, साथीभाइसँग पनि सोध्न सकिन्छ उसको बारेमा. Then we can observe going in the natural setting where they live and work. We can also ask some questions to collect information, to collect required information. Okay, and we analyze. Then case study, when we analyze information collected from different different research tool, we conclude we conclude in the recommendation part, in the recommendations. We conclude in the recommendations for the betterment or improvement. We recommend. This is the difference between action research and case study. In action research, we end or we terminate research activity with improvement, सुधारमा सकिन्छ action research चाहिँ. But case study will be terminated in the recommendation. सिफारिसमा अन्त हुन्छ. बच्चाको यो बिहेभियर सुधार्नको लागि अभिभावकले यस्तो यस्तो गर्न पर्यो, स्कुल इन्भाइरोमेन्ट यस्तो यस्तो हुनु पर्यो, साथी सङ्गीको वातावरण यस्तो यस्तो हुनु पर्यो, टिचरको बिहेभियर यस्तो यस्तो हुनु पर्यो भनेर we recommend. Finally, we go into we visit the natural setting where students they live and work. Home environment we study, peer environment we study, classroom environment we study. We interview with the peers, friends, and we interview with the parents, even with the case also, particular students who is known as case here. To case interview in a second. Then what we collect the information and then we analyze and we end or we stop the case study with the recommendation but in action research no recommendation but with the improvement. If that is not improved, will be what recycle, will be replanning पुनः योजना बनाउँदै गइन्छ, सुधारमा अन्त हुन्छ. But case study what happens, this is what will be ended in recommendation part for the betterment and improvement. This will be. And this is the difference between case study and action research. And finally, we can say that case study, case analysis or study, मामला अध्ययन घटना अध्ययन हैन यो भनिन्छ, मामला विश्लेषण हैन. Case study can be one powerful tool to update and upgrade professional knowledge and professional knowledge and behavior of teacher. When teacher carries out or conducts a case study research, and they know broader, they develop broader understanding, they develop new skills, knowledge, new idea, new information about the target group cases, and will have a broader understanding. Will develop what self-awareness. This is what the way of professional development. Research a small paragraph you can write in exam. You cannot write what long paragraphs. Short paragraph case refers to any typical or unique behavior. Any typical or unique behavior and action of an individual person in situation of phenomenon. Case study in our case study in teaching and learning context refers to any typical unique behavior of particular student refers to any unique behavior of particular student unique behavior. Teacher um, conducts, or teacher uses uh, research tool research tools to uh, uh, research tools for the intensive and detailed investigation. You know, intensive and detailed investigation. Um, and the purpose is what? The purpose, the primary goal is what? The primary uh, goal is to find out, to find out, the factors that trigger or cause to happen such unique behavior. What are the possible factors that are triggering such unique behavior? So this will be searched. Adala itini garau. Then we can uh, continue from tomorrow also. Thank you. You have written some question also in the chat box. So tomorrow we'll discuss. Yes, five. But okay, we will try. When we yes today I'll send this PDF file to the administration. Please you contact the